Brad Garlinghouse is embroiled in yet another legal battle. This one dating all the way back from 2017. Will it affect the XRP price? This has nothing to do with the SEC case, but yet legal matters continue to plague the leader of Ripple XRP, Brad Garlinghouse. We're going to be getting into that. Just in, over $1.1 trillion wiped out of the U.S. stock market today. Massive breaking. U.S. Senator Remittance to announce Bitcoin strategic reserve bill in Nashville, Trump endorsement looming. The monthly payment on a new $500,000 loan is $1,200 higher than on a mortgage taken out just 2021 per Bloomberg. We'll also have a video, R3 Corda, developer Quincy Jones telling how XRP will gain a big price equals all the world's money. And as we talked about the other day, John Deaton, he says here he's running for senator against Elizabeth Warren. He says here, I'm glad to see Elizabeth Warren believes Vice President Harris is qualified to be president of the United States because she was a prosecutor. He says, I was a prosecutor myself, having served as special assistant United States attorney. If it qualifies VP Harris to become our next president, it certainly qualifies me to become the next senator from Massachusetts, obviously taking out Elizabeth Warren. Shots fired. Also, a video here we'll be covering today says brand new RippleNet payments partner Clear Junction has a similar confusion, in my opinion, as to how fast XRP can bridge plus settle. We'll cover that. Breaking also, last night, Judge Torres has authorized U.S. institutions, banks to utilize XRP for payment processing, rejecting the SEC's appeal. This is also a really big one for, I know some of you guys were involved in this as well. Gemini settles $36 million crypto theft lawsuit. Elon Musk allegedly to speak at the Bitcoin conference. He's changed his profile photo. His plane landed in Tennessee. Bitcoin as a national asset. Crypto expert Andrew Kang suggests Bitcoin could become a national asset, predicting its value could skyrocket to 1 million, sparking global discussions. Bitcoin is now in French pension plans. Crypto adoption is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Also great news, crypto firms remain unaffected by Microsoft's crash. Banks and media hit hard. And we'll be wrapping it up with the Ripple CEO faces trial over alleged misleading statements in 2017. This is actually a really big deal, and we'll get to that as well. Bull Runners, we have lots to cover today. It's going to be an amazing video. If you're going to be the first millionaire in your family, confirm it by typing 777 in the comments. And if you're feeling bullish and blessed, let us know by typing 777 in the comments. Before we dive in, please note that the opinions in this video are for informational and educational purposes only and do not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice. All investments, including cryptocurrencies, carry risks of potential losses, and always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor. We are not financial advisors, and relying on our content for financial decisions is at your own risk. By watching, you agree that we are not responsible for any losses or damages, and we do not guarantee specific results or outcomes. Some links below may be affiliate links, and we earn commissions, which helps support value-based videos like this. And then we also hold positions in some discussed cryptocurrencies because we only talk about what we believe in. However, this should not be interpreted as a recommendation for you to do the same. With that being said, let's dive right into the video. We're going to go ahead and kick today's video off here in the weekly charts for XRP to take a look at what is happening. Now, we do have 4 days left in this weekly candle. We can see we are still approaching up to that 75-cent level. We have not quite broke last week's tip of the candle here. As you can see, last week's tip came in at, let's go ahead and grab our line here and put that in at 63 cents, 0.6378. We did not quite break that yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at this daily here. And we can see that yesterday's daily candle got extremely close into it. And unfortunately, we did reject off of this area of interest, not allowing us to get way back above there where we're trying to get to on the weekly charts, busting through that level. We will continue to follow these charts here. We are looking to break to that upside. We do have this amazing fair value gap that we're watching at that $1.10 level. If you want to keep following along with me, make sure you click that subscribe button and also make sure you join us at bullrunners.com. Let's also jump over to the leader in the crypto markets, Bitcoin, and see what is happening here on the weekly charts this week. 4 days left in this chart. We are having a break to the downside, as you can see here. with the Bitcoin conference coming this upcoming week, will we see a surge? There's been a lot of talk that many times when there's a huge showing to the Bitcoin conference that it actually is very bearish for the market, but time will tell. We'll have to find out once that actual event starts. We'll continue watching these markets as well. As you can see here, we do currently have this area of interest for Bitcoin up at that 72, 73, 75,000 level, where each time it has hit that level in the past, it has been a sell-off. It was a small sell-off here. It double tapped in there, small sell-off there. But right now, we're not even reaching that level. There's a lot of anticipation for this upcoming event. As we take a look here on the daily chart, it has been 3 days consecutively to the downside, but it's getting close to our orange candle, our orange moving average here, which is our 14 exponential moving average. Lots of times it's broken above it, indicating potential bullish. Will it bounce, or are we going to see a break to the downside? We do have a fair value gap to the downside here at 62,000, another one here at 60,000, another one here at 58,000, and a really large fair value gap all the way down into the 50s. This is also that area of interest for supply where when price hits there, it tends to get bought up. We haven't gotten to the area of interest on the top side here on the daily. We saw that we're getting very close on the weekly. Again, that's at that 71, 72,000 mark. If we surge through there, then we can see a move to the upside. Taking a look here on the monthly charts as well, as we can see that area of interest, it is just such an important level, breaking back above that new all-time high that we had just a couple of months ago. Can we sustain that and get into price discovery? We have not gotten into new price discovery yet as far as Bitcoin goes. On the monthly chart, there are some significant fair value gaps. There's even one all the way down here at $14,000. Only time will tell. Would you be excited for a $14,000 Bitcoin? Jumping back over to XRP on the monthly charts, we have that area of interest, very large area of interest currently right now. But what if XRP got back to 15 cents? So what if we had a $15,000 Bitcoin, a 15-cent XRP, and then a spike, something like this, down and right back up? Could be an incredible buying opportunity indeed. But as we can see here, we do have the Fibonacci also pulled 786, getting us back up to that $1.74, $1.75 level for the monthly chart. So looking on this much larger time frame, things get a lot more exciting. Taking a look at Ethereum right now, price did get on the monthly charts when it was up here before at that 4,700 level. Had the pullback, the Fibonacci retracement got it right into this area, which is where price has been accumulating for the last couple of months now. Price did jump down, bounced off of that 14 exponential moving average on the monthly. We have an area of interest on the monthly charts all the way back up here at $49,000, $5,000 range. We know that the ETF was just launched. Buy the rumor, sell the news type of event going on right now. Or will Ethereum recover? If we take a look on the daily charts, price had rebounded all the way from 2,800 back up to that 3,500, getting into that golden pocket, the 618,786 level, and it is rejecting from there on that ETF news. It has now broken below all three moving averages. Oftentimes, that's not a real big deal because what we'll see is a little swoop under and go, basically gathering up some more buy orders down here and go, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. There has been some crazy turmoil in the stock market. The NASDAQ, as we can see right here, for the last 3 weeks now, red candles to the downside. SPX had a 2% drop in today's market, which is the largest drop that it's had in over 356 days, which is absolutely insane. Looking on the weekly chart here, it did give us a new area of interest up here at the 5,600 level. Price has started to drop down into this fair value gap here on the weekly charts. If we were to drop down here, some sort of black swan event starting to take out some lower level fair value gaps on the weekly charts would be absolutely catastrophic. We'll see what happens. There's craziness going on in the world, but let's get into the exciting news and jump over into the crypto news and find out what's going on over on Twitter. So as we mentioned in the beginning, Wall Street Bets post here, just in over $1.1 trillion was wiped out of the US stock market today. As we can see here, all of the major players, you've got Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Google, everyone dropping like crazy. Meta, tons and tons of red in the market today. Obviously, with craziness going on in the world, is this just a scare tactic for the market, or will we see continued drops? We're going to continue to monitor this for everyone as well. Taking a look at some of the comments here, we got Crypto Chad mentioning, dang, that liquidity better be coming into crypto. Wait for another trillion tomorrow. This person thinks that the market will continue to tank. That's just unbelievable how fast things fall. And just for context, 1 trillion is equal to over 3% of the stock market's total value. So that means the total stock market lost 3% in a single day. Also interesting, the stock market lost more combined to 1.1 trillion of all crypto market combined, except for Bitcoin. Also, lots of talk about this upcoming Bitcoin conference. Trump may be speaking there. Elon Musk might be speaking there. Kamala Harris just announced she will not be speaking there. So what's going to be happening in the future for crypto legislation, legal-wise, for us as crypto enthusiasts? Well, we do have here U.S. Senator Loomis to announce Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill in Nashville. So let's take a listen to this.
Breaking news coming out of Fox. We have a Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill being worked on by Senator Loomis. Word on the street is that Senator Loomis is going to announce this bill officially at the Bitcoin Nashville Conference. And then from there, she is going to be working to get not only other senators on board with this public policy, but also other U.S. senators. This bill is going to be potentially announced just before Donald Trump goes on stage. That would be absolutely massive, giving him a potential layup to get behind this policy in a very public way. As the one who broke the news on Donald Trump potentially getting behind this bill, I couldn't be more excited to see this effort is moving forward. I think all of us are going to be very much paying attention to when Donald Trump goes on stage, and I'll be in the room and waiting for that potential announcement. Thank you for Senator Loomis and the team. They have worked overtime for years now to advance Bitcoin, not only at the state level, but at the federal level as well. I look forward to the announcement, and I'll see you all the conference.
So very exciting news there from Dennis Porter. By the way, are any of you going to be at the Bitcoin conference? Let me know down in the comment section. Taking a look at what the comment section here has to say. I think we have a winner. It would be more meaningful out of Trump. Unfortunately, the first bill is going nowhere. I think that finally this time the market value of BTC may reach another peak due to the public opinions. What is needed now? Huge. So what do you guys think about this scenario here? Do you think that this is going to be a real deal? Let me know in the comment section. Say yes if you support the Bitcoin new legislation, a strategic reserve bill where they have a strategic reserve amount of Bitcoin where the government continues to hold Bitcoin. I thought this was really interesting as well. R3 Corda developer Quincy Jones telling you how XRP will gain the high price. So let's take a listen to this one.
So anybody out there that's telling you they know where the price of XRP will go has no idea. Zero, absolutely zero clue. But I'll give you a tiny hint of an idea of what could happen. So XRP is it's a financial instrument of value. And that instrument is basically, the instrument's really liquidity between different other instruments like bonds, stocks, currencies, everything basically. Yeah. And the XRP is only worth the value of the things that are issued on it because it would cost XRP to buy those things on the network and use that liquidity. So what ends up happening here is not only do you have to issue all of the equity, but you've also got to issue all of the debt. So XRP is only bound by the fiscal responsibility of the people that issue assets on it, which is obviously irresponsible. So XRP could be at $100, $100,000, $1 million. It depends on how many assets you want to issue onto the network. So if you wanted to issue, $100 trillion worth of equity, cool. That's a lot of money on the network. What happens if they want to issue another $500 million worth of debt? That also adds value to the network. So there really is a mind-blowing amount of wealth, essentially, that can basically be flowing through these networks that we can't even comprehend because of that debt question of being able to issue more and more and more value in the form of.
So the reality of the price could be infinite, right? I mean, who knows how high XRP goes? $1 million. We spoke about that on the video the other day about the fact that XRP could be $1 million if it needed to because of the transfer of liquidity. That goes back to the video and the article we talked about yesterday where David Schwartz says XRP could be at $1 million. And if you haven't watched the video from yesterday, go back and watch the video that I did yesterday when we went into detail on this. But David Schwartz is talking about the liquidity option. And the reality is a $1 million XRP is not out of the realm. Like it could really be a serious, real scenario once all the regulation goes through, once all the legal battles get out of the way. Yesterday, we also talked about John Deaton, and John Deaton is being backed by XRP for his candidacy to run as a senator to take out Elizabeth Warren, who we know is anti-crypto. So Elizabeth Warren wants to take out crypto. John Deaton has decided to run for office in that specific state. And I would totally be behind John Deaton being the next senator of Massachusetts, right? I mean, we know his stance on crypto. We know the future is crypto because the market's crashing and it's starting to be the writing on the wall that there has to be some sort of next system. What will be the next system? Will XRP be running the next system? Also in yesterday's video, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's a great video. We talked about Brad Garlinghouse overcoming this objection, talking about the liquidity scenario and the settlements of any asset on XRP. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to what the partner of XRP, and that's going to be Teresa Cameron, the finance director of Clear Junction, not understanding how the settlements works.
Whilst we know crypto assets have been sort of gaining ground since about 2010, they do offer an alternative to correspondent banking. Because in principle, any functional currency, cryptocurrency, can act as a cross-border remittance vehicle. So for example, in each jurisdiction, you can swap crypto to fiat. And then on the other leg, on the other side, you can also swap crypto to fiat. And you can do this in seconds. And you can do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And because it's quite cheap, you know, you're running on computer systems and ledgers. In theory, this can be comparable to the much lower cost of faster payments in local territories. I think the other thing to call out here is that this technology also allows greater security and traceability. Everything is captured on the ledger and fully traceable. So it could offer a way to combat some of this data security concerns, breaches, and also help traceability from fraud-related transactions. I think probably in the market, you can think of an example here of RippleNet and their use of XRP to provide this type of solution. Having said that, though, what is a blocker to this mass adoption of digital ledger technology, in my opinion, is the fact that some of these crypto assets are so volatile and the price can change very rapidly. And so that makes it risky and not something that can be easily adopted by businesses, as an example. And this is where I think that stablecoins can come in, because the stablecoin is pegged to the domestic currency. The volatility is, much, much, much more reduced. And I think this is the way that we can then unlock the digital technology by using these stablecoins. And actually, if we look at the majors, UK, Europe, US, there's not much volatility in the currency. But in some of the more remote areas where they're particularly impacted by volatility in their local currency, this could be a way for them to even be more secure if they're using US dollar, UK, European stablecoins.
So what she's talking about here is, let's say I transferred $100 to you, and on the typical payment system, it's going to take 3 days to get there. And so can crypto go up in 3 days rather dramatically? Yes. But the scenario here she's not understanding is it'll be done in 3 seconds. So if I send you $100 in payments on the XRP network, would that $100 change very much in 3 seconds? More than likely not. So this is another person. It's important for these people that are in charge of very important scenarios to understand this, that the liquidity issue is not a problem because of the fact that the transfer is so fast. And in major news, huge positive news, breaking news, Judge Torres has announced or authorized U.S. institutions and banks to utilize XRP for payment processing, rejecting the SEC's appeal. The XRP ledger is forecasted to manage between $30 and $50 trillion by 2025, with transactions potentially transacting to the CTF token and the leading DeFi token on the XRP ledger. Now trading at $1.16 following a 20% increase, the CTF token is anticipated to climb to over $1,497 despite its current market cap of just $40 billion, a relatively small amount compared to the projected transaction volume. Now, this document that they're talking about here is date filed all the way back in 2023, but the reason that it is relevant is because 2025 is just around the corner. So are we going to see this become a real scenario let's keep an eye on it. Ripple and BlackRock creating an XRP ETF? Question mark. CEO drops a bombshell on Bloomberg Crypto. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse hints at a game-changing connection between BlackRock and Ripple launching XRP ETF in the USA. And let's also not forget the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, is slated to be part of Donald Trump's upcoming potential presidency. And Trump is slating him to be the next Jerome Powell, the next leader of the Federal Reserve potentially. So let's take a listen to what Brad has to say.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
Are you in talks with the largest issuers, particularly BlackRock, to get this done?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I know BlackRock has said some things publicly. We think it makes sense for the XRP community overall. Ripple obviously is a very important stakeholder in the XRP ecosystem, but we're not the only player. And look, we've seen, before the SEC lawsuit, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. I think because of the headwinds of that lawsuit, we've now seen that largely abate. But the long-term view on these things is about, how do you create utility and really solve real-world problems with these different digital assets?
So you would welcome an XRP ETF?
So interesting conversation there with Mr. Garlinghouse. He states that already BlackRock has been talking about it, and he says that it would be great for the XRP community. So will an XRP ETF be coming? Would you even want an XRP ETF? Let me know that down in the comments, because that's a question that I've always wanted to know. A lot of times people say when an ETF is created, it creates the opportunity for synthetic shorting, which could then suppress the price. We also seen the announcement of the Ethereum ETF, not so great since the announcement there. Let me know though in your comments, do you think an ETF of XRP would be a positive thing? Gemini settles a $36 million crypto theft lawsuit. I know some of you guys may be using Gemini to host or hold your tokens on. So let's take a look here. Gemini Crypto Exchange settles a nearly 2-year-old $36 million crypto theft lawsuit with IRA Financial Trust, addressing key legal challenges and security issues. So Gemini Crypto Exchange has resolved its lawful lawsuit with IRA Financial Trust, ending a nearly 2-year conflict. Redo this whole segment. Going to start over. Gemini settles a $36 million crypto theft lawsuit. Now, I know a lot of you guys potentially hold some crypto on Gemini. Gemini Crypto Exchange has resolved its lawsuit with IRA Financial Trust, ending a nearly 2-year conflict over the theft of $36 million from IRA's crypto fund. Judge Annalisa Torres dismissed the case on July 18th. The judge's decision, made with prejudice, ensures the case cannot be brought to court again. Annalisa Torres, she's like the go-to crypto judge, is she not? IRA's lawyers stated that contrary to Gemini's public claims about prioritizing security, the platform had a major vulnerability. The weakness allowed criminals to exploit the system. Gemini denied any wrongdoing, asserting that it processed only legitimate transactions from the IRA account. However, the settlement is part of Gemini's broader efforts to resolve legal challenges. And also recently, Gemini agreed to pay $80 million in another lawsuit to New York authorities related to the defunct Gemini Earn program. And this includes $50 million settlement to the Attorney General's office and $37 million fine to the New York State Department of Financial Services. The Gemini Earn program, which promised interest on crypto deposits, you've heard that before, right? Faced legal scrutiny and investor dissatisfaction due to regulatory changes in the market instability. Elon Musk allegedly to speak at the Bitcoin conference. Do you think he's really going to? Because he landed in Tennessee yesterday. He was actually in Washington today for the congressional hearing. Do you think that he's going to be at this event? According to breaking information, Elon Musk changed his profile picture to laser eyes, representing Bitcoin. And according to flight information, his jet landed in Tennessee, where the Bitcoin conference will take place. They're saying that it's the Bitcoin representing Bitcoin, but the laser eyes are blue on that profile picture, I believe representing Ripple, because that would be Ripple's colors, of course. I will continue tracking this for you guys. Let me know down in the comments section, do you think Elon will be in Tennessee for the Bitcoin conference? Yes or no? Bitcoin as a national asset. Crypto expert Andrew Kang suggests Bitcoin could be over $1 million. Kang's recent research has sparked a heated debate. In a widely circulated post, he noted that some leaders are considering adding Bitcoin to national treasury reserves. While these talks are speculative, they highlight Bitcoin's potential. King believes that Bitcoin is adopted as a national reserve, its value could soar to $1 million. He also argues that the current market cap of Bitcoin is highly undervalued. King also suggests that while Bitcoin as a national asset holds promise, it faces significant challenge. If the US recognizes Bitcoin, it could solidify its position as a global financial leader, as we are now, but the dollar's failing. Fostering innovation and attracting blockchain experts. However, Bitcoin's extreme volatility poses risks to economic stability. The reality is, if Bitcoin was a national asset, would there be enough of a market cap to prevent the severe volatility? Or would it continue to have severe volatility and then all of a sudden we are a very rich nation, and then 2 months later when we have a crypto crash, we're one of the poorest nations out in the world, So there is a lot of positive potential, but there is a lot of high risk involved when it comes to crypto assets. In summary, though, the idea of Bitcoin as a national reserve asset, it is gaining traction. Lots of people are talking about it. You've seen it multiple times, multiple posts I've even shown today. Advocates like Andrew Kang highlight the potential benefits, but also the risks. The outcome will be closely watched by the cryptocurrency community and policymakers, as it could reshape the future of global finance. Bitcoin now in French pension plans. Some of you guys, you are currently in the United States watching this, and your pension plans, if you have one, they're very rare, but your retirement plans, 401k, IRA, you may now have Bitcoin or Ethereum in there because of these ETFs that just launched. But now the French pension plans, they do currently hold it. Van Eck has partnered with Invest to introduce Bitcoin to French pension savings plans through an innovative exchange trade note, ETN. This groundbreaking collaboration marks the first time the French pension investors can get exposure to the digital assets in a regulated and secure manner. The product, the $407 million Van Eck Bitcoin ETN VBTC, provides a new way to include Bitcoin in retirement portfolios, offering transparency, security, and diversification. Crypto firms remain unaffected by Microsoft's crash. Banks and media hit hard. So here is another selling point for crypto. And that is because of the fact most of these companies were not running CrowdStrike, a cloud-based cybersecurity platform designed to prevent viruses and hacker attacks, has had the latest update result in a collapse of systems of numerous users. Despite the widespread issues, leading firms in the crypto industry have reported no failures related to the update. Companies such as Binance, WorldCoin, Tools for Humanity, and Algorand Foundation have confirmed that their operations have remained intact. Kraken also stated that it has not been affected by the CrowdStrike service outage. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, faces trial over alleged misleading statements in 2017 interview. The charges take issue with the CEO saying that he was very, very long on XRP. Plaintiffs alleged that he sold millions of dollars worth the same year, which he did, and we're going to get into that in this article. If you're getting value from this video, please make sure you smash that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let me know down in the comment section 777. So Ripple Labs has come under fire again, but it's not necessarily Ripple itself. It's Brad Garlinghouse, because of the fact there has been a lawsuit given the green light by a California federal court judge. The judge is saying that he gave misleading statements back in 2007. That's what the court case is telling us. So back in 2017, Garlinghouse was on an interview for Canada's BNN Bloomberg, and he was stated as saying he was very, very long on XRP. However, he did end up selling lots of XRP that year. In a similar case last year, Judge Phyllis Hamilton dismissed 4 allegations related to Ripple's failure to register XRP as a security. However, the judge allowed this claim about Garlinghouse's alleged misleading statements to move forward. In this California case, the XRP lawyers, Ripple's lawyers, argued that the allegations of misleading statements should be dismissed altogether, as XRP is not a security under the Howey test. They also cited New York court's order to bolster their arguments. However, Judge Hamilton noted that XRP could be considered a security when sold to non-institutional investors as those investors would have expected profits off of Ripple's efforts. The judge says here in her filing, the court declines to find as a matter of law that a reasonable investor would have derived any expectation of profit from general cryptocurrency market trends, as opposed to Ripple's efforts to facilitate XRP's use in cross-border payments, among other things. Stuart Alderati did have something to say about this whole scenario. It says, "We are pleased that California court dismissed all class action claims," he said. "The one individual state law claim that survived will be dealt with at trial, and the ruling from Judge Torres in the SEC case still stands, and nothing here disturbs that decision." So do you guys think Brad is going to be in trouble with this lawsuit out of California? Of course, California trying to bring the pain for no reason. If you want more free information, go to bullrunners.com, get 24-hour updates on the crypto markets, XRP, and all things crypto. Bullrunners.com. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit that 777 in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.